It was typical of day one in that a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, probably even turned into guys fatiguing a little bit faster in the heat and just being coached and all that kind of thing. So that it's typical for day one. But I thought guys gave great effort. I thought guys, you could see who the veterans are. I know I say it every year, but veterans, easy to see who they are. They know how to practice with the tempo that we want. They know how to finish a drill. They know their plays. Then you got a bunch of young guys that stick out like a sore thumb, not sure how to line up, not sure what to do. Can't really keep up with the tempo that we're going quite yet from a mental and physical standpoint, but they'll learn. And so, I mean, overall, I think it was a good start. We learned a lot of great plays on the perimeter. DBs making some nice picks, and receivers snatching some deep balls, and you know, a little bit of both. You know, we had too many bombs per touchdowns and too many picks. You know, so both sides had some big plays, but we need to be more consistent, not do that offensively anyway. Anybody got something they want to ask?
Yeah, Mark, since you haven't seen Nkosi, you know, with the ball in his hands,
right?
You told us, first time for you. What do you think of him? How do you think
he's got very good passing fundamentals, which is what I thought, and I've seen him throw in camp, and I've seen him throw in 7-on-7 that we had over here. But he's in the context of what we're asking him to do, he really does have good quarterback passing fundamentals. Not a lot of wasted motion. Got a nice zip on the ball. He does understand touch. He's really a passer. He's not just a thrower like some guys are. And I'd say maybe 50% he's getting right now, which is probably pretty good first day, the pace that we're going. So, but that's why you practice. That's why you film. That's why you study film and correct things. And you know, so we'll install at a pace that's faster than is comfortable for him, but he'll catch up. Who was
running with first team offense?
Quarterbacks? Today we had Malik and Evan running with the ones. And that'll be, we'll probably do that for a good bit. What I've done is gone Malik and Evan with the ones, and then Nkosi and Cade took the 2s and 3s, and then may or may not do, but in the spring I had the veterans go with the 1s and 2s, and then we had the other guys go with the 3s. So I'm not sure how we'll do that. We may continue the same rotation, I'm not sure.
It seemed like you were working with Nkosi a little bit afterwards on the center snap exchange.
Yeah, he really hadn't had a lot of QB center exchange, and that's the one thing we can't do in the summer. I mean, if we could have a ball out there 2 months ago or a month ago, we wouldn't be going through this, you know, but it's pretty typical. What happens is a quarterback, if he's not getting the snap under center, he wants to dig further and further in there, and really that's the worst thing to do. We want him to get his hand further out, so the center can reach through and pop the ball to his top hand. But if he pushes further, it starts hitting the bottom hand, and that's not what we want. So he's just got to learn to trust where the ball's going to end up, and he's got to learn to get better. I call it knuckle pressure. He puts that middle knuckle right on the rear end of the center. We want him to give enough pressure where those guys can feel it, and also not be so far in there that he starts hitting the backhand or the bottom hand.
I'm not asking you, you know, who's number one in your mind, but you're starting to formulate, maybe start ranking them in your mind.
Well, you know, I've been doing that since I got here. So right now we're installing. We're going to install for a good bit. When I say install, we're putting our plays in. And this camp, we decided to install 1 and take 2 days with it. Install 2, take 2 days with it. Install 3, take 2 days with it. So it's probably going to be practice 12 by the time we got everything installed. And we just wanted to go at a pace where everybody gets it. And so we'll be going at a little slower pace installation that we've done. And it was something Coach Diaz had done. I forgot what school he was at. And when I thought about it, it made sense. Considering you got 29 practice opportunities, there's time to do that.
Mark, is everyone full go except for Robert Burns at this point?
Steed's not, and Zalante's not.
And Burns, you still have hope that he'd be cleared for team?
I don't know. Burns, I don't think he'll be ready for game 1. You know, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know how soon he'll be able to get into a contact drill. Today's no contact, so he's able to get work. But we start putting pads on and thudding each other up. We either got to put a green jersey on him and trust that our guys won't thud him, or just get him out of the drill. We got to decide if we're smart enough, not to strike a guy in a green jersey.
And there was one report this morning that Malik Curry was running with the twos at tight end behind Herndon. Is he ahead at this point of Irvin and Palendi?
You know what? We're rotating all those guys, and if that's how it went, that's how it went. I know Irvin ended up not practicing the second half of practice. We've got to make sure he's 100% healthy.
With John Ford, what's your expectation right now and when he might show up?
He's still in the running. It's kind of what we said a year ago on Mullins. We're still hopeful that he ends up getting it in time. And the thing that's different this year is, the summer school is later than it was, deeper into practice than it was a year ago. So if he just makes it, qualifies, we'll be very happy. But he's still. We still have hopes that he will. We believe he will.
Coach, you mentioned all the excitement going around today being the first day, but it seemed like there's a lot of excitement going around fans and campus as well about this team. And
well, I think that's true everywhere. I think everybody's excited about the season, and everybody's undefeated, and everybody's thinking their team has a chance to do great things, and we expect to do great things here. I like it when the fans get excited. I like when the fans have high expectations. We want those expectations, and we're embracing it. And we're trying to practice like a cane, and so we'll be able to play like a cane.
A couple more, guys.
With the Robert Burns news, Coach, any more? Are you tempted at all more to move DJ to running back?
We're going to make sure he knows enough about how to pass protect and how to run. We're talking about DJ Dallas, slipping in there a little bit of running back. He didn't do it today, but further along the line when we install, he'll do a little bit of that. And but I mean, he made some great plays at wide receiver today, so we're going to have a hard time not letting him do that.
Obviously no pads and everything, but what did you see out of Travis Homer today as the number 2 guy?
Good, moving quick, knowing what to do. He's very confident in what we're doing and how we're doing it. And he's doing a nice job. He's ready to be a solid, backup to Walton. And if you're number 2 at running back, you're playing a bunch. So we expect him to play a bunch unless somebody rolls by him. I mean, Chalk is starting to get his feet under him, and we'll just see how it goes.
Is Michael Irvin, was that possibly heat related, or?
I'm not going to get into it. We'll know more tomorrow. He may be practicing tomorrow. There's just something that we had a suspicion of that you got to just kind of keep him out of the drills, and then we just got to make sure he's healthy before we get him out there.
Thank you, everybody.
I wanted to ask you about the heat.
Last one here, if we could. Yeah.
Just the heat. I mean,
it's
how
always
do you
hot.
Deal with that? But with the new guys and
they got to learn, because we're going at a tempo. We're no huddle. We're going with high tempo. At the end of a drive, they're sprinting to the hoop. We always talk about getting our conditioning during practice, not after practice. I mean, when we ran our teamwork, the first team run that we had, we took a 10-minute period for that. We were done with that period with like a minute and a half to go, which is excellent as far as our tempo in between plays. And I mean, usually if you get done in 10 minutes, you're happy. Sometimes you got to go over just a tad. Last year, a lot of times. Today, we're done at a minute 34 to go on a 10-minute clock, which is great. So.
Thank you.
All right, gang. Really appreciate you all coming.
Thank you, Coach.